This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
Welcome to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, where we take a deep dive into the Star Wars universe, such as characters, creatures, stories, and so much more. Hosted by Ben of Temeria and Kodojo.
Welcome back, Acolytes, Adepts, to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends. I am one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Kodojo.
Hello there.
And we are back from a 2-week hiatus. Was it 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks.
I don't know.
But, I was sick, so I couldn't barely talk or do anything, so it was not fun. But we are back. We are here to bring you more Old Republic character deep dives as a whole, or Old Republic content as of right now. But we are going over a companion in the SWTOR game. So, Star Wars Old Republic MMO. Mm-hmm. This is a character who does appear in the cinematic trailers before the game launched. Also in one of the books, as well as a companion for the Jedi Knight class, as well as the Outlander in the Eternal Empire expansions, which, depending on your class, if you're not a Jedi Knight, you get introduced to the character differently. But it is our own awesome T7-O1, or just T7, because T7's great, and he's a great astromech. He's this game's T3.
He appears in 2 trailers, doesn't he?
Thought it was just one. Is it 2?
I think it's 2, because the first one is when the Sith attack Korriban and retake it. And the second one was when the Sith attacked the Jedi Temple.
Okay, so it's the trailer where we see Nikto Ohar, who's one of the smuggler companions that you can get in-game as one of the Galactic Seasons tokens characters. He was originally like a legacy companion way back in the day when the game launched, and then eventually they were all vaulted, but then now they're back due to the Galactic Seasons. You just use these season tokens that you can get through the season pass to unlock them in a weekly rotation, because there's 4 of them. There's 4 different companions that you can get through it. Anyway, yeah, it's the one where we see Malgus and his master. I can never remember
Satine Shan
and her master at the time. Where both masters die, and then the princesses become their masters, kind of a thing. And then,
funnily enough, they both died to Malgus.
Yeah, that's true too. That's a good point. That is very
2 for
true.
1 sale, but folks.
Yeah. And then the second trailer would be the sacking of Coruscant, which is where Malgus takes a strike team on Coruscant against the Jedi Temple, and so they can, force the Republic to specifically sign specific demands with the treaty to stop the war and to go into the Cold War.
Well, funny enough, if you read the book about that siege, Malgus was fully expecting them to burn that entire planet, and when it didn't happen, Malgus was like, what's going on? Why aren't we burning this place to the ground? Oh, we're using it as a bargaining chip.
Yep.
Betrayal!
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into T3 or T7. So a T7 series astromech droid is produced by Duwani Mechanical Products. T7-O1 was constructed sometime before 3843 BBY as a standard factory spec astromech. Over the next century and a half, T7 passed from owner to owner, whom the droid referred to as partners, without ever undergoing a memory wipe. This led T7 to develop a personality and preserve the droid's memories of all his former masters, or partners. Sorry. So, much like R2, R2 never went through a memory wipe, ever.
Well, I think he did. At the end of episode 3, Senator Organa ordered a memory wipe on both droids.
No, only for C-3PO.
No, for both droids. He says memory wipe both droids.
Yeah, did he? Did he ever do that? I don't think he did.
He ordered it. Now, whether or not it actually went through is another thing.
All right. You're making me look this up. He did not. He did not have his memory wipe at all. So, yeah, R2 never had his memory wiped. C-3PO did. R2 never did. So, there you go. So, approximately 100 years after his creation, T7 was assigned to the Senate Legislation and Analysis under Senator Odora Amanon. Odora promoted the astromech after his first year, and T7 soon became the senator's campaign manager and speechwriter throughout Ordo 4 consecutive terms. When the senator retired after 20 years of working with T7, the droid began working with a Rhodian named Shafu, who, unbeknownst to C7, was a slaver.
Wow, that's a hell of a career swing right there.
No kidding.
Going from working for a senator, as campaign manager, and speechwriter to working for a slaver.
So T7 served Shafu faithfully as a navigator, piloting the Rhodian ship and never entering the cargo hold. However, Shafu eventually captured by a Jedi named Vin Zalo, who convinced Shafu to turn over a new leaf instead of turning him in to the authorities. At Zalo's request, Shafu became a confidential informant for the Order, and in gratitude, the Rhodian gave T7 to the Jedi.
Yeah, Vin Zalo was the Jedi that died by Malgus's hands during the sacking of Coruscant.
Correct.
That great fight scene that they have.
Yes, that fight scene's awesome. I mean, let's be honest. The entire fight scenes throughout these cinematic trailers is awesome.
The cinematic trailer still hold up today, like 17 years later.
15.
17.
The trailers came out in 2010. Oh, okay, 16 years. Because the first trailer was 2010. So by 3681 BBY, Zalo sent T7 undercover to work with the smuggler Nico Okar, where the droid served as the human's mechanic and aide on his XS stock light freighter, a Redshifter. While attempting to smuggle Sith artifacts off the planet, Okar and T7 were captured by the Republic forces over the Sith homeworld of Korriban, and the Republic arrested Okar and impounded the smuggler's ship with T7 aboard the Republic space station in the Horaset system.
Now, obviously, so that's how T7 got with the smuggler.
Nico, yeah. So this is obviously going to go into the first cinematic trailer that we get with SWTOR, which if you never watched them, highly recommend it. However, Okar's transfer to the Holden Cell was interrupted by the arrival of the Sith Empire. A massive fleet arrived in system and launched an offensive against the station, intending to retake their homeworld. As the smuggler ship was the only one fast enough to escape the Sith fighters, Jedi Knight Satil Shan and her master decided to use it to escape in order to warn the Republic. T7 then was on board. The ship performed maintenance as the hangar came under assault by Sith forces, and the smuggler instructed him to prepare the ship's weapons in preparation for the escape. The smuggler and his passengers, including T7, were ultimately able to escape their pursuers and bring word to the Republic of the oncoming Sith threat.
Now, it's weird that they say they put T7 under arrest, but yet he was working on the ship at the same time. That the smuggler was.
Yeah, I mean, he was impounded with the ship, so that's why they say he was arrested. But the order knew T7 was like on their side. He was just a spy for them. So, leaving Okar's service sometime after Korriban and returned to Master Zalo, T7 worked with the Jedi Order throughout much of the Great Galactic War. By that time, he had worked with a total of 11 partners, including Zalo, Ordo, a doctor, mechanic, Shafu, a senator aide, and Okar. Around 3663 BBY, Zalo lent T7 to the Republic Strategic Information Service for a single mission.
Okay.
The intelligence agency sent the droid undercover to protect a Mun ambassador from the secretive bounty hunter guild known as the Geno Haradan. During their assignment, T7 was successfully able to detect the assassin in the crowd and discharge a stun bolt, but the assassin escaped into the crowd. The ambassador retired in fear, leaving T7 depressed and believing he was never fully completed his mission.
The politician lived. The ambassador was alive. He did a good mission.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
The attempt was failed.
Yeah,
so
he did his job.
I agree. Now, going into 3653 BBY, T7 was present on the Republic's capital planet of Coruscant with Vin Zalo when the Jedi Temple was attacked by the Sith Strike Force under the leadership of Sith Lord Darth Malgus. Zalo ordered his astromech companion to stay hidden and record the battle in case of the Jedi defeat. Though the droid emerged briefly to warn the Jedi Master of Darth Malgus' approach during the fighting, T7 returned to his hiding place and watched as Zalo was slain in battle with Malgus and escaped into the tunnels beneath the temple as the battle turned against the Jedi.
Yeah. So you do see T7 in the cinematic for like 2 seconds, and all of a sudden he just disappears.
It's pretty quick. Like he makes a brief like appearance, and then he's gone for the rest of the trailer.
Because I'm wondering if there's like
it's from Malgus's perspective because he's the one narrating the trailer.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if there's like little hidden tubes droids go around in, like, you know, those bank tubes you send
from
the driveway,
uh-huh.
just zipping around the Jedi Temple that way.
Maybe. So T7 attempted to return to Zalo's body after the fighting ended and managed to recover his lightsaber, but the Sith planted explosives and the droid was forced to retreat deeper into the lower levels of Coruscant as the temple was brought down. The damaged T7 remained there for quite some time before he encountered Zalo's former apprentice, Arna Linear, and the smuggler Zared Kor, who were attempting to find out who had killed Zalo. Now, these characters are specifically from the book is it Betrayal?
Probably.
Whichever the one. Oh god. So what books?
Yeah, it's probably
the one with
Betrayal.
Malgus is the Deceived. Sorry, but it's Deceived.
Oh,
that's
Deceived.
The name of the book. Star Wars Old Republic Deceived. That's the one with Malgus, and that's the entire book is about the sacking of Coruscant and everything. So after explaining what had transpired in the temple, T7 accompanied the pair to the temple's backup surveillance station and was able to restore power to the systems in order to show Linear recordings of the temple's fall. He paused and resumed the recording as per Linear's instructions, allowing her to discover the identity of Zalo's killer, and he had copied the recording for Linear to pursue later when the trio departed.
Yeah, I remember listening. I'm now remembering listening to this book specifically, and she does go down a bit of a dark path.
Oh, Linear? Yeah, she does.
Oh, yeah.
Funny enough, she doesn't come up into the game until way later in Legacy of the Sith. You hear of her, but her character physically does not appear until Legacy of the Sith.
I never got to Legacy of the Sith.
Oh, okay.
I think
It's
I
good.
like defeated Vitiate for like the second or third time,
Yeah,
and then at some point
you
I just
there's
kind of
like
saw. I think I
kind
fought
of
the
like a
Onslaught.
dream state kind of a thing. Yeah, no, it's during Onslaught is where you finally finish off Vitiate because you
Yeah,
have to face all three versions of himself.
I never got that far, unfortunately.
Okay. So T7 and the two humans hid in the abandoned apartment building after leaving the temple ruins, and he stayed with Lanier while Core scouted the nearby Liston spaceport. Lanier departed during the night despite T7's protests, and the droid later followed the Jedi Knight to the temple with Core when the smuggler returned. There, the two found Darth Malgus and Lanier embroiled in a fierce duel, but Core interrupted the fight in fear of her falling to the dark side and helped Lanier escape. Lanier then decided to pursue Malgus's Twi'lek lover, Elena Daru, in her quest for revenge as part of her plan, and the trio fell from their speeder on top of the spaceport.
Yeah, what was funny is that Malgus just pretty much backhands her. Like
Mm-hmm.
how Vader kind of like tosses aside what's her name from Jedi Survivor towards the end there. When
Oh,
Cal Cactus
Survivor or
Fallen Order,
Fallen
maybe.
Order? Oh yeah, no, that's Fallen Order. Yeah, the very end, the second sister.
No, not the second. Well, yeah, second sister, and then the former master who lost her power that's now wielding this Inquisitor blade.
Oh, Seer? Is it Seer?
Maybe. I don't know, but it is pretty much like that. He was just toying with her for the most
Oh,
part.
absolutely. Malgus is very powerful for anybody who doesn't know. So, Linear slowed T7's descent with the Force, and the droid hacked into the spaceport systems and triggered the facility's fire suppression and safety systems with a false signal that tricked the network sensors into detecting a fuel gas leak. As a result, evacuation alarms were triggered in Landing Bay 16B. The hangar used by the shuttles belonged to Daru and her team, and the hangar's launch doors opened, allowing Linear to enter and attack Daru. At Core's orders, T7 hacked into the Dragonfly-class dropship Razor in the landing bay, but the droid decided to remain behind the Lanier after she had decided not to kill Daru. T7 hid in the shadows of the hangar while the Knight confronted Malgus, and the two departed Coruscant aboard Daru's shuttle after Lanier threatened the Twi'lek to ensure her own safety.
Mhm.
And then the Dragonfly class starship, if I'm not mistaken.
There's no picture of it, unfortunately. The
Yeah.
only appearance is in Deceived.
Oh, I thought that was the version.
Classified as Imperial dropship,
Okay.
but there's no
I thought
art
for
for
some
it.
reason that was the same, like the bounty hunter. I thought that was the bounty hunter type class starship. I can't remember which one that one's called. Anyway. So while Lanier left the Order and traveled to the planet of Dantooine to live with Core, T7 returned to the Order service, and when the Jedi Order left Coruscant in 3650 BBY, T7 accompanied them to the Order's long-lost homeworld of Tython. T7 served as a reconnaissance droid for the Order over the next few years, scouting Tython's wilderness and identifying hazards.
D5 Mantis, by the way.
Oh,
Was
it's the Mantis.
Mantis.
I knew it was some sort of like bug. I just couldn't remember which.
Anyway, but yeah, back to this. Tython, I think they knew about Tython, but the Jedi Order after the war is like, we're broken, we're beat down, we can't go on with galactic politics anymore. We got to pull back and rebuild because this fight ain't over yet.
Oh, God, no. So in 3643 BBY, T7 was sent alongside with 19 other droids as long-range probes, but he was captured by the group of Flesh Raiders, a violent species native to Tython, near the Flesh Raiders' controlled Tython Ridge region. Locked inside a weapons cache in the Upper Hollows cave system, T7 faked deactivation and recorded a meeting between the Dark Jedi Caliph and a hooded figure whom Caliph called Master. Dun dun.
Yeah, now Flesh Raiders, they look like hammerhead sharks. but with like bull bodies.
Yeah, they look weird.
They
And
were a weird
you
design.
only fight them on Tython anyway. So it's
Yeah,
only
well,
it's only the Jedi Counselor and the Jedi Knight that deals with them.
yeah, unless you literally go there as a trooper or
Yeah, which
smuggler.
is very rarely when that happens, because there's no point in the story besides flashpoints to go to Tython.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But yeah, they were a limited intelligence species, very easily manipulated.
Oh, absolutely.
And
So-
cannibalistic forms. Oh, God.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that part.
So when the apprentice of Jedi Master Orgus Din raided the weapons cache for the pilgrims of Kalikori Village, by the way, that is your character, the Padawan freed T7 and removed the restraining bolt that the Flesh Raiders had attached to the droid. In thanks, T7 showed the Jedi the recording it secretly made while pretending to be deactivated, a hooded figure giving orders to the Dark Jedi Caliph, whom the Padawan had defeated earlier, and the Flesh Raiders. Caliph referred to the figure as his master, and the pair seemed determined to destroy the Jedi Order. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is interesting. The Kalikori village was a Twi'lek village that the Jedi Order says, do not come here. We will not protect you from all the hostiles in the area.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we don't care. All of a sudden, the Flesh Raiders come. They raid. Where's the Jedi Order? They should be here to protect us.
Right.
It's like, we warned you. Why would you dum-dums? Oh, God, I remember being so irritated by some of the quests in there and some of the people you talk to. It's like, shut up.
Yeah. So, having discovered the source of the Flesh Raiders' sudden increase in violence, the Padawan and the other Jedi set out to stop Bengal Moore to prevent further casualties. T7 later accompanied the Padawan in rescuing Orgus Din after the latter was lured into a trap and captured by Bengal Moore. Moore revealed himself as Orgus Din's former apprentice and assumed he had been killed during the sacking of Coruscant. And his rage at his perceived weakness of the Jedi left him seeking vengeance on the Order. Hooray!
And it to Orgus Din's defense, the sacking of Coruscant and the sacking of the Jedi Temple was complete utter destruction, and it would not have been it would have been understandable if they thought everyone would have died.
Oh yeah,
considering
absolutely.
how much damage and destruction there was.
Oh yeah. So before you could say Orgus Din, the Padawan and T7 intervened, defeating Moore and saving the Jedi Master. The Padawan was then elevated to the rank of Knight for the Jedi's role in ending the Flesh Raider threat. T7 looked on his newly promoted Knight, constructed their first lightsaber. When the Knight was then dispatched to the capital Coruscant to aid Jedi Master Bella Kweeks and her Padawan in dealing with the new threat, T7-O1 decided to remain with the Knight as the droid felt they were a formidable team. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it was great. It's great. And I'm trying to remember who Bella Kweeks. Oh, I remember her now. Okay, I think that's Kira's master, right? Yeah, it is. So, yeah. Your character does a lot. I forgot you get to the rank of master or to knight so quick.
Yeah.
Like, they promote you really quick in this game.
Well, to be fair, you're sent there to finish up your training and go through the trials, if I remember correctly. Because you already went through a lot of your training. You're practically an adult when you get there, so you're just sent there for your final bit of trials, essentially.
Right. That's true. So, but with that, let's take a quick break, thank our patrons, and we'll be right back.
If data management is slowing down your business, you need the Intuit ERP. If one entity is here, and one here, and one here, and one here, you need the Intuit ERP. If scaling your business feels like starting over, you need the Intuit ERP. Intuit Enterprise Suite is the AI-native ERP solution that consolidates, migrates, and automates, all in one place. Learn more at intuit.com/ERP.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Hey guys, today I'm interviewing my cat about his perfect bistro food. Percy, you seem to be a big Perfect Bistro fan. Care to comment? Totally. What do you like about it? You love the high-quality ingredients? And the delicious flavors, of course. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Listen to Percy, guys. Visit perfectbistro.com to try it for your cat.
All right, welcome to the middle of the show. We're talking about everything in the podcast. There's nothing to do with the lore of Star Wars. Here we want to thank all of our amazing patrons and listeners. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And if you too want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/holocronhistories, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on the show itself. You can also leave us ratings and reviews on Apple and Spotify. Leave 5-star review on Apple with some words, or a nice Spotify comment. We'll read it out loud next time on the show, which we do have some on Spotify. We have one from our HK47 episode from Zachary saying, maybe a hot take, but I think he's the best companion from the first game. You're not wrong.
Which companion?
HK.
Oh yeah, he's the funniest.
He's one of the best companions. I would put him and T3 up there in like as best companions, because they're just great. Yeah. Just great. Also, thank you to DK who comments on our episodes. A lot of them are, good like fact checks or stuff that we've gone over on the show. So thank you. Also from Elwick, hey, this is Elwick004. Haven't listened to the episodes in a while, but I'm getting back into them and love these new episodes. That was back on HK, so thank you. Thank you for listening. And if you also want, you can go to a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Band of Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that I host, which are the Dragon Ball Lorecast, the Final Fantasy Lorecast, the Gundam Lorecast, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. Yeah, go check that stuff out. It's fun stuff. Dragon Ball's new, so check that out.
In other news, last weekend, 2 Disney princesses, Leia Organa, Vivian Lara Blair, who played the little Princess Organa in Kenobi, and Bo-Katan Kryze, aka Katie Sackhoff, presented a Saturn Award to Andor for Best Science Fiction Television Series and Best Supporting Actor to Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah, and Grogu was at the Oscars too.
Yeah, I posted that in Discord.
That was hilarious.
It was funny.
That was
funny. Sigourney Weaver, get away from him, you bitch.
Yeah. That was funny. And freaking Pedro Pascal was just there, just laughing.
He was sitting in the back.
Yes, they were doing this bit together. Oh my god, it was funny. But yeah. Other than that, news-wise, Maul starts here pretty soon. Here in the next couple weeks, I believe. Less than a month. Yep. So
they've been promoting a lot of trailers with it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for the series. Takes place. We got confirmation it will take place directly after season 7, and we are getting 2 episodes per week. So that way, the last 2 episodes fall on May 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, we'll get other awesome news on that day. So stay tuned for that. But with that, let's get back into more T7.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
What if I told you you only have 12 hours to legally have sex?
To finding true love, or just like a good guy.
From the director of Easy A and Anyone But You.
This whole thing is nuts.
There's nothing traditional about this night.
On August 7th, the clock starts on the summer's biggest rom-com.
I'm Owen.
Allie.
What about you and me?
Monica Barbaro, Callum Turner.
I've been told I'm a 7.
By who? Your mom?
Nah, she thinks I'm a 10.
One night only. Rated R. Only in theaters August 7th.
All right. So on Coruscant, T7, the Jedi Knight, and Orgus Din were brought up to speed on the situation by Master Kawix. They were introduced to Republic scientists Ellie Tarnis and General Var Sutra, who informed them of the plans for a Republic superweapon known as the Planet Prison that had been stolen, and the Jedi had been called in to help retrieve them. Working with Kara Carson and Agent Gallon for the Republic Strategic Information Service, T7 and the Knight tracked down the stolen plans for the first to a Rhodian slicer and then to the Black Sun criminal syndicate.
Black Sun's been around for a while.
Yeah, they have.
And this super weapon is like one of 3 that you have to track down in like Act 1.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot. And I was like, wait, why does the Republic have this many super weapons in development? That's a problem.
To be fair, the Planet Prison was supposed to keep things on planet side.
Yeah,
it's supposed to keep,
true.
It's a very passive super weapon.
If you want to call it a super weapon. I can't remember, that's not Belphasavus, is it?
What?
The Planet Prison. I'm trying to make sure we don't actually go to this prison. I don't remember.
No, it deploys around a planet, making space travel untenable. You can't get off planet.
Got it. Okay, that's making more sense. It's been a minute since I played. That's so early in the Jedi Knight storyline. It has been a hot minute since I played that. So the mission then became more complicated as the two learned that Tarnis had been kidnapped by the Black Sun. After one failed attempt to rescue Tarnis, T7 and the Knight were informed by General Sutra that the stolen plans had also contained information about every Republic superweapon in development, not just Planet Prison. Masters Din and Kawix, as well as Agent Gallon, then departed Coruscant to secure the sites of the compromised superweapons, while the Knight and T7 launched an assault on the headquarters of the Black Sun in order to rescue Tarnis.
So instead of saying 2 masters and to assault a headquarters of a criminal syndicate,
1 Knight and 1 Padawan.
Padawan that you can have a romance with. That's not going to complicate things at all.
Well, it's early game. You don't have a romance with her yet. So, with the aid of the Coruscant Security Force, T7 and the Knight fought their way to the Black Sun Command Center, where they found the Black Sun leader in the holocall with Tarnis, who revealed himself to be a Sith Lord. After defeating Salar, T7 and the Knight were then told by Carson that Tarnis had stolen the Planet Prison prototype and intended to use it on Coruscant.
Which would have been devastating, because
that would suck.
Coruscant constantly requires off-world
constant
production,
travel. Mm-hmm.
Travel. You need import food, import mechanical
supplies. The entire planet's a city.
Yeah, I mean, they're the only thing that's production there is politics, and that's it.
Sadly. So the 3 then pursued the Sith Lord first to the Jessakar sector, where they found the murdered engineering team behind the Planet Prison, then to the ruins of the Jedi Temple, where they found Tarnis and a call with 4 Sith Lords, including his father, Darth Angral. Tarnis was then saved by the Knight in combat, and the activation of the Planet Prison was narrowly averted. Infuriated by his son's death, Angral promised to have vengeance on the Republic, and the Knight in particular. By the way, Darth Angral does also appear in Deceived. He is not a fan of Malgus.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as per usual, there's a lot of internal Sith fighting. But, by the way, oh no, a Sith vowing vengeance on the Republic and a Jedi Knight. How original.
Yeah, right. That's a good point.
I mean,
So upon returning...
Is it is a day that ends in a Y.
Yes. So upon reporting to General Sutra and the Grandmaster Satoshan, the knight was then told that Din, Kilwix, and Galena had all failed to report in. Oh no. And the General Sutra feared that Angral had already seized control of the super weapons. The General then gave the knight a Defender-class light corvette for their use of their personal starship, as well as the location of one of Angral's bases on the planet of Ord Mantell, and asked the knight to look into it. With Kira Carson in tow as the knight's new Padawan, the group then departed Coruscant for Ord Mantell.
Now, if I were in the Star Wars universe, I wouldn't mind having a Defender-class light corvette as my personal ship. It is a very nice ship.
It's an awesome ship. I love it. Now, when you play SWTOR, the Jedi Knight, Jedi Counselor have the same ship, as well as the Sith Warrior and Sith Inquisitor have their own same ship. This Force Fielder classes share a ship. Now, obviously, you'll have different companions when you play through your class and playthroughs on those characters because you have different companions. But, yeah, same ship. I wish they kind of just gave every class their own ship, honestly, to give it a little bit more uniqueness. Be more unique with it.
but it makes sense with the Force users because they're both representative of the Republic and Empire, and so therefore they'll get stock models.
That's true.
From them.
That's a fair point.
Bounty Hunter, not Inquisitor, the Spy, the Smuggler, Shoulder.
So you
Soldier
have
get their own
the
individuals.
Bounty Hunter, the Imperial Agent.
Agent.
And then you have they have their own ships, unique ships, as well as the Smuggler and Republic Trooper have their own unique ships. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, upon arriving on Ord Mantell, T7 the Knight made their way to Angral's hidden base and fought their way to the command center of the facility. With the base's defenders dealt with, T7 accessed the facility's databanks and found files indicating that Angral was planning to combine aspects of several Republic superweapons into a single project, which was codenamed the Desolator. The files additionally contain intelligence, including that Angral had sent agents to various worlds to where Republic superweapons were under development.
Now, I like to imagine Republic superweapons are more passive than aggressive in nature, and that's why he decided to pick apart the superweapons and combine them into more lethal.
I guess. So, with this information in hand, T7 continued accompanying the knight as they traveled to the worlds of Taris, Nar Shaddaa, Tatooine, and Alderaan in order to chase down Angral's agents and secure the superweapon. As a result of these travels, the knight and the companions rescued Dr. Nassar Gadra, a former Republic weapons designer, to destroy the prototypes of the Power Guard project, the Shock Drum, and the Death Mark, each which was a Republic superweapon seized by Angral's forces, rescuing Agent Galen, Anna, Masters Kawix, and Din in the process. Hooray!
Okay. If I remember some of these correct, does Shock Drum cause planet-wide earthquakes?
Yes.
If I remember that correct.
That was on Tatooine.
Yeah.
That one was on Tatooine. The Power Guard project, which was on Nar Shaddaa?
Nar Shaddaa, yep.
And
Nar
then
Shaddaa.
Death Mark. Was that Onderon?
Death Mark, Bounty.
Because that one's Onderon, and then you've rescued the Doctor on Taris. Because I think he's researching or doing something with the Rakul Plague. Because they totally have to do something with that.
Which is funny that they don't have a cure for it, even though you found one 300
years ago. Yeah, right? It doesn't make any sense, but whatever. So, unfortunately, the knight and his companions learned that General Varsutra and Angral had already succeeded in combining the superweapons technology into the Desolator and had mounted it onto his flagship. Lucky for them, Din had secretly planned a tracker on the ship. The knight and his companions pursued Angro to the Republic Agri-World's Uprads. Uparads? I don't remember that.
Uprads, yeah.
Yeah.
God, I do not remember this part.
But arrived to find the world had already been devastated by Angro's super weapon. No.
Oh, apparently it was the Agri World, which supplied about majority of food for Coruscant.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Nicknamed
it's
Coruscant's
Agri-World
Granary.
as in agriculture. Got it. Okay.
Yes. You don't play 40K, do you?
No. I do not. I do not. So subsequently, the knights in the company learned that the Angro was targeting Tython. Upon boarding the oppressor, T7 split off from the Jedi to subdue the ship while they go to face Angro. The confrontation resulted in the Sith Emperor possessing Kira, but thankfully Kira was able to break the Emperor's hold over her, and the trio then reunited aboard the Defender and escaped the oppressor's destruction. Which the oppressor was the ship that Angro had the super weapon on. You defeat Angro, you blow up the ship.
Yeah. Now I can't remember if this is just one act or 2 acts.
This was Act 1.
Oh wow.
This was just one act.
Wow, this was a lot to pack in one act.
Yeah, it is. So a year later, T7 and Kira came upon his master, who had been given the title of the Hero of Tython. Apparently talking to thin air, the hero explained that the ghost of Orgus Din wanted them to go to Tatooine to rescue Jedi Knight Jomar Troll. Following their successful rescue, the hero and the crew began involved in a mission by Jedi Master Tol Baraga to capture and redeem the Sith Emperor. Yeah, that ain't
redeem the Sith Emperor.
Yeah, they that ain't happening.
Jedi's delusions.
By the way, Tol Baraga is a Keldor, thank you. Yeah. Awesome race. Which honestly also surprising they don't have the Keldor as a playable race. Because they speak basic. Like I understand some of the races that don't speak basic, but they speak basic.
It could have just been animation or something. They just didn't
have
want to bother with
Keldors
it.
in the game. What? Like they're already humanoid. There's not much to do. Oh, whatever. All right. In order to complete Braga's preparations, the hero took a series of missions to Balmora, Quesh, and Hoth. Once the hero had completed these objectives, they went ahead with the mission, despite Troll's warnings that he foresaw the hero falling to the dark side. Dun dun. By the way, this is Act 2. Troll's vision came to pass when the hero and Braga's strike team confronted the Sith Emperor, who dominated their minds and turned them to the dark side. T7 and the rest of the hero's crew were imprisoned aboard the Emperor's space stations for months while the hero underwent Sith training. By the way, you do not control your character through any of this. It's kind of like a montage of stuff.
Cutscenes.
Yeah.
With a little bit of playable.
Yeah, very little. I don't think there was any playable scenes with you being in the dark side. Pretty sure there wasn't.
You trained, you fought a couple of droids or something.
Oh, okay. So thankfully, Din's spirit managed to free the hero of the Emperor's control, who turned free to Kira from being tortured. T7, along with the hero's new companions, Doc and the Sergeant Flitton Rusk, who were freed by Lord Scourge, the Emperor's wrath. Though everyone was puzzled by Scourge's action, and the Sith explained that he had a vision he had centuries ago motivated him to rebel against the Emperor. Which this is like, that goes back to the book of the Old Republic Revan book, because Scourge is in the second half of the book, which he originally had plans with Revan specifically to undermine the Emperor at the time and to take him out. But then he had a vision. It wasn't Revan who was supposed to be the one to be the downfall of the Emperor. It was supposed to be someone else in the future.
Yeah, and Scourge is like, well, Obviously, this isn't gonna work, and betrays Revan, kills your KOTOR 2
Yeah.
character,
Yeah, the exile
strikes her
dies.
down.
She becomes one with the
Eh,
Force and stays with Revan through the Force. And then Revan is then imprisoned for 300 years, influencing the Emperor during his time as imprisoned.
Yeah,
It's a whole thing.
yeah. And this is Act 2, by the way.
Yeah, this is Act 2. Now going to Act 3. So returning to Tython, Scourge revealed to the Jedi Council that the Emperor was plotting to consume all life in the galaxy to fuel his supposed immortality in a powerful ritual. To thwart the Emperor's plan, the hero and their crew traveled to Belsavis, Voss, and Corellia to stop the Emperor's servants from killing countless innocent lives to begin the ritual, as well as redeeming the fallen members of their strike team.
Now,
Yeah.
funnily enough, I think he actually talks about this. Yes, I'll become immortal. I'll go to another galaxy. Be a farmer. Be this. Be that. Be something simple. I'm like, really, dude? You're doing all that to be simple in another
Yep,
galaxy?
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. So their efforts weakened the Emperor, which the Republic decided to strike at the German cost, so the hero could strike him down. While the Republic kept the Imperial Navy occupied, T7 accompanied the hero to confront the Emperor, as the two of them couldn't be controlled by him. You can take anyone. You don't have to take T7. So that when the pair confronted the Emperor and engaged him in battle, after seamlessly defeating him, T7 contacted Scourge, who examined that the Emperor was not yet dead. Before they could do anything, the Emperor's body became shrouded in a cloud of dark side energy, and the hero heard the Emperor's voice telepathically warning the Jedi that he could not take everything and everyone to the grave with him. As the Dark Temple came crashing down around them, the hero and T7 managed to escape back to the Defender and fled Droman Kos. Yeah. Which, again, you can take any companion with you. You don't have to take T7 during these missions. It's just T7's always... It's portrayed that he's typically with you.
Yeah. By the way, defeat of Vitiant number 1.
Yes. Pretty much. Yeah, that is true. Upon rendezvousing with the Republic's flagship Valorant, Master Cecile, Admiral Darban awarded the hero and the crew each of the Republic's highest honor, the Cross of Glory. And you also become the Battle Master.
If you went light side. If you go dark side, they don't grant you the title of Battle Master.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I never had that. I always play as dark side. Like, if I'm playing a Jedi, I'm playing light side. I'm not doing dark side action. It doesn't make sense story-wise. Because, like, typically, the story outcome is still going to be the same. So it doesn't, like, why even try, in my opinion? Like, if you're going to want to do dark side stuff, just be a Sith. Just be a Sith warrior and force choke everyone. Honestly, that's what you do as a Sith warrior, where the Inquisitor shocks everyone to death and tortures them that way. So that's fun. Yeah. All right. So, and then in between, so this is during like Shadow Revan and then like the Rise of the Hutt Cartel and Shadow Revan in order. At some point during the hero's travels, the Jedi Master suddenly had a vision of a faraway jungle planet. T7 then approached the hero, asking if they were referring to Rishi, as the planet was entered into the ship's Navi computer. Which Rishi was in... What update was that?
I'm not sure.
Shadow Revan. It was mentioned in the cartel market somehow. But it was first shown in SWTOR Shadow Revan.
You get a galactic stronghold there.
Yep.
Knights of the Fallen Throne Onslaught. Quit moving. Star Wars Clone Wars Rookies, apparently.
Is that a book?
I guess.
Oh, that's Legends, right? That's Legends, isn't it?
No, Star Wars Clone Wars Rookies. Episode Rookies apparently gets mentioned or something.
Oh, well, that's cool. Well, anyway. So now getting into the Knights of the Eternal Empire and Fallen in the Eternal Throne. So sometime after the former Sith Emperor consumed all life on Zost, The Internal Empire invaded the galaxy, during which the hero Tython went missing. The hero's companions searched in vain of their leader, but failed and thus went into their separate ways. By the way, you go missing, aka by striking down the Emperor and then them capturing you and then putting you in carbonite for like 5 or 10 years. It's like 5 years, I think. I think it's a 5-year skip.
Yeah, I think so. Well, what it is that the Emperor gets struck down either way, whether you do it or someone else does it.
Yeah.
And then you get captured, get blamed, and then thrown in prison.
Yeah. And then by 3631 BBY, T7 teamed up with the Sith Lord Lana Blanco and Koth Vortina to rescue the Outlander, which your character is named, like that's your character's overall name in these 2 expansions going on, because it's for all the characters, not just your class story anymore. It's everyone's story.
It's a catch-all name for every class that there is.
From Emperor Arkan's custody, infiltrating the Carbonite facility on Zakul, T7 aided the Outlanders' escape by creating false alarms throughout the facility, as well as deactivating blaster turrets, firing on Koth's shuttle. Yeah. T7 remained
I think he stays on the... Yeah, stayed there.
T7 remained on Zakul while the others fled the planet on the gravestone. Being a simple droid granted T7 some autonomously. Later on, he received a message from the Lady of Sorrows, who had been seeking the gravestone and wished to establish dialogue with its computer, which T7 relayed to the Outlander.
Now, one of the sequel...
The Lady of Sorrows is... Yeah, that's Scorpio.
Yeah.
I hate
Now,
Scorpio.
one of the sequel trilogies pointed out is that droids could be great spies. C-3PO pointed this out. It's like, you look around anywhere and you just see droids and you don't give a second thought about them.
Yep.
You really don't. And they can be great spies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you see a droid over in the corner. Why is it there? I don't care. It's a droid. Moving on.
Yep. So T7 later met with the Outlander and Shina Tyrrell. Upon the return to Zakul in search of the lady. Eventually, after slicing the relays and interrogating Zakulians in the old world, they learned that the only way to get to meet with the lady was the heralds of Zadrog. T7 soon separated his companions to update Koth on their status and subsequently bore witness to the interrogation and murder of Amana Gale, the lady's proxy, by the heralds.
Heralds of Zadrog.
Which I think were...
Dark side forces.
Yeah, I can't remember. The heralds are part of the ritual people that dealt with Valen. So after recruiting the lady to reveal to be the droid named Scorpio, T7 returned to the asylum with the Outlander and company. While Scorpio was working on the Gravestone's hyperdrive, the Outlander received a summons from the Scion Haskell, which T7 volunteered to accompany with the Outlander. The meeting turned out to be a trap, as Haskell had invited Arkin to Asylum to fulfill his vision. After Arkin and the Outlander dueled was interrupted by a crashing shuttle, T7 fought beside his ally back to the gravestone so they could flee the planet. Now, granted, that you also will have different dialogue depending on your character's class. Specifically, if you're a Jedi Knight Outlander, like, you will have unique dialogue because you traveled with T7 previously, and he is your faithful companion. And it's a much better reunion and everything. It's so great. It's so great. But yeah, and I do remember this duel on Asylum too with Arkin. That was kind of. It's also I had to restart it a few times. I did not like it.
It was tough. It was tough.
So, after toppling the Eternal Empire, T7 reunited with Kira and Scourge to confront Tenebrae for the final time. By the way, this is now an onslaught, because this is what happens here. And then after her mission to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine, T7 had a brief reunion with Arn Lanier on Odesson. Arn was pleased to discover that T7 was found a new home and believed that Vin Azalo would have been happy for him as well. Which this would be Legacy of the Sith.
Yeah.
So that's where
Which
that
I haven't played.
It's great.
Oh,
I
God,
highly recommend
I'm
it.
so behind.
Recommend it.
From what I know, like it is Sith, it's you capture Malgus, and then all of a sudden you're hunting a former Jedi Padawan who has this Sith holocron
Yep,
or
and
just
I
a
go, and
holocron.
then you deal with Mandalorians, and you deal
Friends.
with a bunch of other stuff too. I haven't finished Legacy because they haven't finished like this upcoming. I think is this upcoming update or two more? I think there's two more major updates that will finish the story for Legacy of the Sith. Anyway,
I really can't wait to see how they actually finish out the story with SWTOR.
I'm curious.
This thing's got to end at some point. The
It's
Sith
an
Empire's got
MMO.
to
You
fall.
never know. It's an MMO.
But they have to. They have to. It's
Nah,
not like they can
not
fight for like 2,000 years.
Yeah, it's true, but it's Old Republic. Like the timeline's not like anything crazy.
Yeah, but at some point they got to end the war and wipe out the Sith.
Well, we'll see. So we do have some behind the scenes. So T7 is a companion character for the Jedi Knight class in Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO RPG, released by BioWare on December 20th, 2011. His first appeared in the Deceived cinematic trailer for the game, briefly warning Zenuzalo the approach to Darth Malgus, and also appears in the related novel The Old Republic Deceived, which is set directly following the trailer. T7 will also appear in the third and final trailer of the game, Return, in the service of Nico Okar. Oh, that's after?
Wow. Wait, really?
Wait, is that... No, that's not how the... No.
No.
The Nico Okar one's the first one.
Yeah.
How is that? Yeah, because that's like young Amalgus. How is that the third trailer?
No, they got this screwed up.
Well, no, okay. So I think they released the trailers not in chronological order.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, that's weird.
There are
I don't
dates
like
for
that.
it. There is dates. Released November. Nope. June 6, 2011. And what's this one? June 1st, 2009. Really?
Oh, wow.
Deceived
09 was
like
the
2
first
years.
trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
2 years before.
That's insane. So, like all the pages on the site, T7-O1's HoloNet page of the official Star Wars The Old Republic website features 3 phrases written in Arabish. The first, accidental slaver, refers to T7-O1's work with the slaver Shafu before the Rodian change of heart. And the second, Flesh Raider collectible, as an allusion to how T7-O1 is captured by the Flesh Raiders just before the player encounters him in the mission High-Tech Savages. That's funny. The last phrase, the exploding starship's conspiracy, refers to the work of the bounty hunter Terran Sandafar, who killed a Shafu and the Alderaanian noble Ekhorn Ballas by sending their ships to explode at the orders of Senator Veer Sidri's husband. Oh, I don't remember. Was that in game? That can't be in game. I don't remember. And then T7-O1 also appears as a minifig in a Lego set, namely the 9497 Republic Striker Starfighter, a set composed of a Talon-class Republic Starfighter, as well as a Republic Trooper and Satele Shan as they appear in the Hope cinematic trailer. That is the one on Alderaan, Alderaan.
Alderaan.
Yeah, they have two planets that are so similar in pronunciation. In the Imperial storyline, T7-O1 become conflicted regarding the loyalties concerning the Alliance after the Jedi Under Siege, because the Alliance's perceived newfound alignment with the reconstructed Sith Empire. However, T7-O1 were elected to remain with the commander. Now, that's only as if you are a Sith player playing and you side with the Sith.
Yeah.
So,
which after the internal empire is defeated, you try to hold together some kind of, peaceful coalition between the two sides, and then they just start fighting each other, and you're forced to pick a side instead of opting the choice to stay the hell out of it. It's like, no, we're just gonna stay in our little corner and be peaceful here. Thanks a lot.
Though, I go with the Jedi. So I'm always a Jedi. So yeah, there we go. That's T7-O1 for everybody. Go play Star Wars: The Old Republic. It is a free-to-play MMO. Go play it. It's great. Great time. Dojo, go play
it. Hey, I was month one player.
I was not, so I don't have that. I don't have that title. But yeah, go play that. Or, go join us on Final Fantasy 14. Which is
you need to catch
MMO
up on that.
I do, I know. I desperately do. I really do. But all right. Well, everybody, thank you again for listening to Holocron Histories, and may the Force be with you.
Thank you for listening to Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share your thoughts, experiences, and love for the Star Wars lore. And don't forget, for the Republic!
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month, even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending, 0 tears.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.